Hello guys, welcome to Guatemala, south border. Well, I hope everyone is doing okay. This is Luis Villeda, and today I want to show you a little bit about Guatemala. So this is my first video in my English channel for Guatemala. Welcome y'all. Mi primer video en mi canal en inglés, my first video for my English channel, mi primer video, amigos, para mi canal en inglés. Bienvenidos a Guatemala. Welcome to Guatemala. So we are south the border, amigos. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Luis Villeda. Okay, now that's okay. If you don't know how to pronounce Villeda, that's fine. You can pronounce it Villeda. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this channel. So this channel is because I do have one in Spanish, and so what I do is I walk Guatemala. Eventually I'm going to be walking other parts of the city and the country, and I might as well go elsewhere. For the moment it is south of border to you because it is in Spanish, my other channel, and this one is going to be in English, but there's going to be a lot of Spanish phrases being thrown in as well, because I know a lot of you guys may be interested in coming to Guatemala. So with that said, welcome to Walk Guatemala. So let me tell you something about Guatemala. And see, I don't know, how your city may be divided. And I think, cities in the States, up north, US and Canada. And it's only my assumption, guys, because I really don't know, but I think based on what I hear, you probably said things like, central LA, east, west LA, north, south, south central, and that's pretty much how you guys do it based on the news, right? Well, here in Guatemala, it is divided by zones, okay? Like zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4. I think Guatemala City, honestly, I think it's divided into 25 or 28 zones. My bad, I'm not sure. I keep saying that I'm gonna find out, and I always forget. Okay, so you're probably wondering, okay, well, so this is a channel about walking Guatemala. Yes, it is. You got that right. And you're probably thinking, okay, big deal, anyone can walk. Yeah, that's for sure too. Now let me give you a little bit of background on the reason why I started this channel, so you know the reason why I walk. And after that I developed a passion for walking. So you all know, right, that we had that big epidemic. What was the name of that epidemic? I still, that thing's still scaring people nowadays. Oh yeah, I remember now because I got it. So called COVID, right? COVID. So what happens is that one day, well, I used to work, the building, just one of these buildings, not these ones, but just like this one here. And then one day, COVID just came knocking on the doors, and honestly we didn't want to open the door because we didn't know, we had no idea or whatsoever what that thing was, and so we were afraid, right? Not really afraid because we didn't know, we had no idea. We're like, who's this guy? I mean, what does he want? Why is he here in Guatemala? We're Guatemalans. We're not Americans, We're not even Mexicans, okay? So anyhow, Anyhow, you know, that Chinese guy, or so to speak, I mean, that's how they got to call him, I don't know. Some people still claiming that it's Chinese, I don't know. It could be any nationality. So he came knocking on the door and we Guatemalans didn't know what to do. The one thing I can tell you is that we all got scared. Oh yeah, big time scared. I got so scared that I was watching the news, and at the time, let me tell you, I was 258 pounds. 258 pounds, my friends. Well, that's not the case anymore. And you're like, okay, but you know, what's up with being 258 pounds and COVID and you getting started with a YouTube channel? I'll tell you the why. You'll see the link. Everything it's related, guys. You know, things happen for a reason. Okay, and so what's the reason behind? You guys are probably like, okay, come on, guy, spell it out. All right, I'll tell you. So, you know, I also happen to speak French. So Spanish is my native language, but I do speak French and English and other things there. And so one day, you know, COVID has already, you know, impacted, you know, everyone's thoughts and, you know, brain set and mindset here in Guatemala. And we didn't know what was going to happen. A lot of people didn't know heck either. And then we were watching the news, man. We can see that in Italy people are dying left and right, and the same thing to New York. And so I'm watching the news, right, and I'm thinking, well, maybe, you know, maybe it's just, you know, news in English, right? So I turned into a different channel, and I was thinking, okay, now I'm gonna watch something in French, because French people, they have a different way of saying things. And for some reason I thought maybe I'll get an answer with the French. So I started watching YouTube in French. And there was someone who was an epidemiologist, I guess, with a French institute, very renowned, very professional, saying, so the question that was asked to this woman, because I remember it was a woman, was, who's gonna die? And she said, you know, just very simple, well, if you're older than 40, you're overweighted, you don't exercise, bad eating habits, and you know, if you like to smoke, drink, which I don't smoke and I don't drink a lot, but sometimes I do. She was saying, well, you know, if you get COVID, chances are you're gonna be impacted real bad and you may not be able to make it. And that's what changed everything about me being sitting, guys. All right, so at that moment, my whole idea about COVID drastically changed. It just flipped like this. Because I was thinking that woman was reading me and I was getting a check mark on everything that she was saying. Well, except for, you know, the smoking and drinking part, but everything else was checking. And then, you know, the next day I said, okay, I'm exercising. And so that's how I started walking. My friends, what I can tell you is that I told myself, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get this thing or not, but I'm gonna be walking every day. So there you have it, fellas. I just, you know, spit it out for you. That's the reason why I started walking Guatemala. And let me tell you, I developed a passion. At the beginning it was a little bit hard, so I guess, you know, some inspiration, right? I mean, you get someone from across the Atlantic telling you, well, you know what, chances are you're not gonna make it. I mean, that's a lot of inspiration. And I was like, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna start walking. Okay, I got it. I know you're looking at me. That's what I thought. So ever since, and that was during COVID, my friends, I've been walking Guatemala. I've been discovering the city where I live. I've been losing weight because I'm now down to 210 pounds. So it does work, okay? It does work. Well, that was a little bit about the background of why I do the walking. By the way, this boulevard here, it's called Los Próceres. Este boulevard aquí se llama Los Próceres. This boulevard right here is called Los Próceres. All right, guys, and so you know, this is what the city looks like on a weekday. Now let me tell you, it's only 3 p.m. in the afternoon, so you know, traffic is not too bad at this time. It does get a bit complicated later. But I want to show all gringos up north, wherever you are, you guys are welcome to Guatemala. You know, come pay a visit. You may fall in love, you may stay. And now the reason why I want to share with you know, with you guys, because I watch the news from up north, and I know that it's becoming, you know, problematic at times. Not for everybody, of course. Guatemala is not a perfect country, my friends. I would be a liar if I tell you that that's the case. No, we also have our, you know, our own shit to deal with. We are not a developed country yet, and so therefore we lack a lot when it comes to education, with a, you know, good chunk of the population here in Guatemala. But on the other hand, you also get a lot of well-educated people here, so I mean, you'll be able to balance it out. Don't be afraid of exploring Guatemala. You may love it. I mean, I love the city regardless. Now, I know this video is going to be also watched by lots of Guatemalans who speak English, and you guys may say, or may think, come on, Luis, don't be saying the ugly about Guatemala, just say the beautiful things about Guatemala. Well, I mean, the beautiful thing is people like you and I, you know, people who promote Guatemala, and you know, we are happy to be here. We enjoy the city, and so, you know, that's the good thing. That's a positive thing, that there's lots of people like you and I that we love this place, and we feel proud to, you know, share it with anyone who wants to come to Guatemala. Cualquiera que quiera venir a Guatemala. Anyone who wants to come to Guatemala. Cualquiera que quiera venir a Guatemala. Look, that's a chicken bus. Miren, ese es un bus de los pollos. Where else do you get the experience of riding on a chicken bus? Just in Guatemala, I guess, right? Is that right? So if you're watching my video, well, thank you. Subscribe, you know, drop a comment, share Guatemala, like it. Price Mart. Look, guys, we even got a Price Mart, okay? So you're not gonna be missing a lot from back home if you decide to come to Guatemala, okay? So the other thing that I'm gonna do in this channel is also introduce, you know, Spanish to you guys, because I want to share my life, what I do, But I also want to teach you Spanish, so when you come to Guatemala, you can look at us and say, ¿Qué onda, amigo? Hola, amigo. Okay, I said, hola, amigo. Well, I have to clarify. Keep in mind, we are not a developed nation yet. So one of the main things that is going to be affecting you when you come to underdeveloped nations, because you know people here don't understand the concept. They think it's natural, and it's the exhaust fumes coming out of the big chicken buses and big trucks. There is a lot of exhaust fume. I live here in Guatemala, and I think my lungs are gonna collapse, my friends. Most people here in Guatemala think that's normal. And I'm like, no, it's not normal. It's just that, you know, you think it is normal, but it isn't. So look at that catalytic converter right there, and all that smoke coming out of that chicken bus, my friends. So that's a very big shortcoming here in Guatemala. Now you can also choose to live by the countryside, so that's way better. There are other shortcomings and beautiful things about the countryside, but I'll be sharing everything about this beautiful country with you guys, so you can balance, you know, the pros and cons. And I mean, you don't have to come, but at least I'll try to, you know, convey some kind of entertainment, and you get to know me. Yahoo! I do have a Spanish channel, okay? I do have my own Spanish channel with more than 1,000 videos. It's called Chapin Trebolero. So Chapin is C-H-A-P-I-N, Chapin. You may pronounce it shopping or shopping, but it's Chapin, okay? Trebolero. And Trebolero spells T-R-E, B as in boy, O as in Oscar, L-E-R-O, Trebolero. Well, you're welcome to check out my channel. Well, I hope you like this video. So it's gonna be small sessions, one video at a time, my friends. And I hope you get to know me, and I'll get to know you. And in the future, guys, if you're planning to visit Guatemala, and if you ever need my services, don't hesitate to send me an email. I'll be happy to be your guide with a very decent fee. And so if you want to reach out to me, my email is my first name, Luis, L-U-I-S, and the word treble, that's T-R-E, B as in boy, O-L, number 3, as in 1, 2, 3. So that's luistreble3@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Oh yeah, chicken buses. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, I know that bus because I used to ride it when I was a kid going to school. Well, yeah, chances are it's true. Hello. you like the video, subscribe. Big hug from Guatemala, and we'll see you on the next one. Drop a comment and share it, you know, for anyone out there who may be interested in the Latino culture and getting to know how we Latinos live when we are in our sauce in that ramekin all together. Squeezing against each other. Okay, well, welcome to Guatemala, you guys, south of border. Thank you. Luis Villera from Guatemala.